Okay, as you can tell, I'm here on my equivalent of your work site. As you see, it says Mrs. Gonzalez here, so this is my copy. So the first thing we need to do in order to do our literary analysis skill builder packet is you go to the Gilgamesh link or the arrow here, and you collapse it, meaning that you open it up. Then you go down to number 5, which is right here, literary analysis active reading skill builder packet. Click on that, and you should be here already. Obviously, you're going to be editing here, so you'll have to click here where it says edit page, as we've already talked about, we know from class and doing other work. So how do we do this assignment? We didn't get to go over it in class. I gave you guys work days, which means independent practice days, which is basically you try it on your own and you come and ask me questions if you need help. So some of you have asked that if I could explain a little bit more to figure out how to do it. So here we go. The first sheet that you're doing is active reading. Basically, this sheet tries to have you practice your reading skills, and particularly understanding how cause and effect creates the plot movement, or the things that happen, the chain of events that happen in the story to make it go from point A, point B, point C, point D, all the way to the resolution. So here it goes. Events in a story are often related by cause and effect, which means that one event in the story can cause another event to happen. The first event is the cause. The event that happens as a result of the cause is the effect. Some stories have a chain of causes and effects in which one event causes another, which in turn causes another, and so on. So basically what it's saying is that there's one cause that causes another event to happen, and then that event that happens, the result or the effect, then becomes the cause of something else. So it goes cause, effect, and then that effect becomes the cause, and so forth down the line, like a domino effect. So basically what this sheet is asking you, remember we always read the directions, as you read the excerpt from the Epic of Gilgamesh, which we already read and we listened to in class, keep track of the relationships between events by using the cause and effect chart below. Be on the lookout for effects that cause other events. Remember that you may need to record some events twice, first as an effect and then again as a cause. So basically what you're doing here is, instead of doing like a chain, like almost like a number line, but an event line, what we call a plot line, A, B, C, D, E, and so forth, and then put the little arrows to see which ones are affecting. We're going to do it in form of a chart. So they give you, or I should say, I give you the first example, which is Enkidu relates the details of his terrible dream to Gilgamesh. This is basically my proof if you know the story. So then you have to think about, what does the fact that Enkidu tells Gilgamesh his dream, what does that cause to happen? So what's the result of that event? And you're going to write that in your own words here. You don't have to put a sentence. You don't have to go into massive detail for this one. Just a small sentence is good. But make sure it's a complete sentence. Then you have to think, okay, so whatever that effect, you have to think, okay, does that effect that's written right here, that you write here, does it cause something else to happen? And if you say yes, then you have to write this effect over here. So you might have to rewrite it twice. If it doesn't, excuse me. If it doesn't, then you would write another different cause here, and this later on in the story. So if it is, then you will write if this effect does become a cause, then you're going to write what is the effect of that cause, which used to be an effect, and so forth. So it's like a chain reaction. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so forth, all the way down. Now somebody may ask me, well, do I have to do this? Do I have to fill up all the boxes? Probably so. I would say yes. But as far as for getting credit on this worksheet, on this webpage, on your site, I don't want to see more than 4 boxes not filled in. Okay. If you want to leave these last 4 blank, I'll accept that. But that's about it. I need to see that you understand how the events in the story take place. If you also think about what you understand about plots, the different parts of the story, which we've already talked about when we went over the fiction and how to do a fiction inventory. I'm going to go ahead and stop this video here, and then I'm going to continue on in another. Look at the other video.